And welcome to this edition of the Coach Kerry Johnson Sports Show. And Coach, a tough game on Friday night down in Monterey.
Yeah, it was, Monterey has a really good team, and they came out ready to play. I honestly think they were probably better than Bledsoe, and they physically beat us on the line, out-coached us. I think our effort was all there. We missed a couple assignments in crucial situations, but, maybe we get another shot at those guys down the road.
Well, we'll take a look at that game, plus we'll look ahead to this week's Livingston matchup. We've got a special time and date on that, and we'll talk about that when we come back.
For more than a century, Union Bank has been serving the people of Fentress County. Now, as we begin a new chapter in our history of service, we want to take this opportunity to reassure you that while our building may be new, we're still the same friendly people you have known for years. Union Bank, the same people, the same goals, and the same commitment to you. Union Bank, your locally owned hometown bank for more than a century, growing to meet your needs. Equal Housing Lender Member FDIC.
And back here, Coach Johnson. Coach, you did come out against Monterey. They got off that early start again, and that's been kind of your guys' MO, starting a little slow.
Yeah, I'm thinking this week if we get the chance, we'll take the ball to start the game. They actually won the toss and took the ball, but the problem is they ran a very slow offense, so we only had less than probably 20. I think we had about 30 offensive plays or something, between 30 and 40 offensive plays for the whole game. They would run the whole 40 seconds out on it and kept the ball from us a lot. And we needed to stop them on third down sometimes, and we just didn't get off the field.
Coach, offensively, you couldn't get your run game started the other night.
No, we had a couple of things lined up, and we missed. We kind of had they ran a defense that we didn't think they'd be running to start off, and they switched back and forth, and we kind of adjusted a little bit finally and got a few things moving. But we're going to have to get in a passing game, we got to get the ball out a little bit quicker than we've been doing, and make a few. And there's nothing out there that we can't be fixed that we did.
Coach, it's a tough region loss, though.
Oh yeah, you like to get the first one, and it with only 5 teams in the region, it puts you behind the 8 ball a little bit. But we still got a lot out there, and still a chance to bring a playoff game here to host.
Coach, you had a pretty bad injury the other night.
Yeah, Aiden Sweat Thomas went down in the second quarter. It looked fairly harmless as when you're looking at it on a film, but he took a shot to in the rib cage area and thought it might be bruised ribs at first. It turned out it was a ruptured split. Scale out of 5 is a 4 rupture, and he also had lacerated liver. They did well. He did well over the weekend, and they kind of see if they need to do surgery or not. And he's going to actually get to come home today, I think.
Coach, with Aiden that gone now and Mark Mitchell gone, that puts your receiving crew at a very minimum.
Yes, that's another thing. We're going to do a few things, move a few people around to try to get some of that speed back out on the edges that we've lost a lot already in that. So we're going to do a few things a little bit differently this week.
Well, the Dragons take on Livingston Academy. That's all you need to say, but we'll talk more about it when we come back.
For more than a century, Union Bank has been serving the people of Fentress County. Now, as we begin a new chapter in our history of service, we want to take this opportunity to reassure you that while our building may be new, we're still the same friendly people you have known for years. Union Bank, the same people, the same goals, and the same commitment to you. Union Bank, your locally owned hometown bank for more than a century, growing to meet your needs. Equal Housing Lender Member FDIC.
Back here on the Coach Kerry Johnson Sports Show. Coach, this week you got Livingston Academy. It's the classic rivalry.
Yeah, it's Hogeye, and that's basically took everything off the board in there, and I just wrote Hogeye up there. It's only anything that's happened 2 weeks, plenty of season left out there to make amends for the first 2 games. And like I said, we played 2 top 10 teams. Now it's our biggest rival. And we get to play at Tech on a college field in there. It should be a unique atmosphere for these guys to play in, and hopefully we can go down there and get this thing going.
Of course, now it won't be Friday Night Lights this week.
We're going on Thursday. That's due to the fact when Tech had a home game, Livingston had to move their home games up to Thursday for some reason, and of course Livingston's stadium is condemned, and so that's why they're having to play their home games down there at Cookeville.
Coach, offensively, what you got to do to move it against Livingston?
We got to protect up front a little better. We didn't, we got manhandled a lot in the front there on our front, both offensively and defensively. We've got to protect our backs a little more and get the ball out a little bit quicker when we're throwing the ball, and I think we'll be okay.
Coach, defensively, what do you got to do to shut them down?
They're going to throw the ball like more than anybody we've seen. They're the typical Livingston team. They like to throw it and run some counters and with their backs. But that's our strength of our defense is our secondary, and I hope that plays into our hands.
Coach, as far as teams go, you both got 0-3, you're 0-2. Something's got to give to this game.
Yeah, it's somebody's going to get a win, that's for sure. And like I said, it should be a good atmosphere. You shouldn't have to get your guys ready to play your biggest rival, and I hope they're ready to go this week and just put everything behind us and move forward.
And you guys have a good game from your special teams as well.
Yeah, we've actually played pretty well special team-wise. We had a punt blocked, set up our touchdown the other night, which we worked on in practice last week, and we continue. We spend a lot of time on special teams, so we continue to know that that's a way you can score or set up scores, and that's what we work on those a lot.
Coach, it's not only a big rivalry game, but it's a game your guys need to get some momentum back before you go into the rest of the region.
Yeah, this game is vitally important in the fact that you want to build momentum, and then you got, like I said, you got region game coming up the next week. It's going to be home, and you want to build momentum, get to come home in front of your crowd and try to face a region team and get that win.
And Coach, it'd be nothing better for these guys to build their momentum than beat Livingston.
Oh no, they've lost to them the last 2 years. I said these seniors have only beat them once. The juniors hadn't beat them. Sophomores hadn't beat them. Freshmen playing them for the first time. It's it's part of your legacy on how many times did you beat Livingston when you leave here.
And you got a great big crowd to come down. It's not that far. It's going to be nice at Tennessee Tech.
Yeah, and the weather looks like it's going to be clear all week, and hopefully we can. We usually bring a good following. I hope we can do it down there.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us, and best of luck as you take on L.A. this weekend.
Appreciate it, Gary.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the Coach Kerry Johnson Sports Show. Be sure to come out Thursday night at 7 o'clock. They're going to kick off Thursday night at 7. Game's moved up to Thursday because they're playing at Tennessee Tech University in Cookeville. So come on down and support the Dragons, and everybody cheer them on to victory. Until next week, for 15104 Sports, I'm Gary Clark. See you at the game.